Let's see if you guys can see this a little bit better. Down. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. Listen, I know I look rough for my trips. Y'all know I usually get my shape up during the trips, but here in New Jersey, barbershops are still closed. I didn't have a personal barber because like 2 years ago my barber passed away that I've been going to as a kid since a kid, and I started using this like a Latino restaurant. I'm the Latino barbershop back in on Central Avenue, East Orange, and everything shut down. So right now I'm at the airport. Let you guys see it. I'm at the airport right now. I know this camera's pretty bad, but is the camera on my laptop is pretty bad. But as you can see, it's like literally like nobody here. There's a couple people over here actually, but maybe because I'm here mad early. But I plan on getting the shape up when I get down to Miami, because Miami barbershops are open. So I'm just gonna have to trust somebody to get a shape up because this looks too rough. I got my mask on because they require you to wear a mask now. I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of going and traveling during this corona pandemic. Oh my god, why is it looking the wrong way? Oh, I'm trying to get you guys to see like around this little bar right here, but it's not here. It's like a family coming out, but it's definitely a different experience, but not that much different. Like I came like 3 hours early for a domestic flight. Now, I thought that's just what, you had to do because it was going to be hella hectic and hella stuff. Bruh, this process, because there's nobody here, this process, this process was the quickest process of getting to where I needed to be in the airport that I've ever been in my life. And I've been traveling since I was 18 and I'm 35 now. This is the quickest process. Laura Hill, what up, man? What up, man? I see you in the building. I know you guys know this is mad early, and I definitely don't usually do anything this early in the morning. And it's like what? It's like a Wednesday, so it's weird. But I'm going to MIA, Miami, South Beach. You know what I mean, I'm just going for like the weekend because I wanted to get up out of Jersey real quick. I mean, and I gotta get a shape up down there. It was either South Beach or Atlanta because everything else doesn't open until June 1st. Like St. Lucia is open in June 1st. Bahamas is open in June 1st. Mexico is supposed to be open in June 1st. A lot of places are starting to open June 1st, but I had to use this vacation before I lose it. It's use it or lose it. And my company's year starts over June 1st. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna use this vacation. I'm gonna go to Miami. Passport stand, what up, bro? You up early, man. Fresh was good, big homie. Safe travels, thanks, man. When you get back, we're gonna do a show together. I'm with it. We can do that. Once we lay out the show, make it, official. We can do that. We can definitely do that, bro. But so like I said, I really want to take you guys. I'm gonna try to stand up a little bit. I'm not supposed to be not wearing my mask. There's a couple people sitting down not wearing it, so but you can see it's like completely empty. Like some of the stores are closed, but like some of the stores are closed, but like Starbucks is open, a couple other places are open, but you gotta have your mask on. Like I said, I'm sitting down by myself over here, so a lot of people are not wearing the mask sitting down over here, so I'm good like this. But it's the first time, like I said, this is the first time I actually paid for like a mask type stuff. It's right here. But shout out from London. What up, bro? Yo, London was lit, man. I promise to show you spots down here. Hold on, let me see. Shout out to London. I promise to show you spots down here, curated by Mason on IG. So make sure you plan that next year. Or yeah. Yo, man. I've actually been to London, man. I've actually been to London, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Like I met this Australian woman out there. It was amazing. I partied in this place called Slug, and I might make that a story time because there was some crazy stuff that happened tonight. I went to Slug. I think it was in Fulham or something like that. But I got a vlog or a video log or whatever in London. It's not very popular because of the fact that it was so long ago and people would just come into my channel. But if you go back on my channel, you'll see me in London and London and France, and it was dope. It was definitely dope. Past percent. Yo, people forgot about Puerto Rico. It's part of the U.S. and not really considered. It's hard in Puerto Rico, man. When I say it's hard in Puerto Rico, because it's an island, they have quarantine for 14 days. Now, me personally, I am exempt because I'm an airline employee. I work for FedEx, and FedEx is technically an airline. But even if I'm exempt, there's not much you can do in Puerto Rico. They literally just started opening stores. Like they still have the quarantine, and they still have the curfew restriction where you can't go out. So even my options was Los Angeles, Miami, because I live in Newark, New Jersey. My options was Los Angeles, Miami, and Puerto Rico. And of course, Puerto Rico was the first one because I've been there. But then when I found out all the restrictions and all the stuff they got in Puerto Rico, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go to the island. I'm gonna sit in the hotel room. I can't go to the beach. I can't walk out to any stores. I'm like, it's not even in phase one. So I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not really feeling that. So I was like, all right, not Puerto Rico. LA, whole different beast. LA was probably worse or almost as bad as New York and New Jersey. So I was like, okay, I can't go to LA. And as soon as they said Miami's open and the beaches are open in certain parts of Miami, I'm like, yo, I'm going to Miami because I can go to the beach. I got the nightlife not open, but there are like restaurants and stuff that's open and stuff. So I said I'm going to Miami, and which brings me to the point. I'm going to answer some questions. Fred Phil's up, man. Dang, man, definitely, man. Like I said, I'll be telling everybody what my trips are like coming up because I'm like, if I tell everybody what my trips are, then if you want to link up, we can all meet there. I mean, I don't do like group tour plans and nothing like that. I just let everybody know the process of how I travel and when I travel, so that like if you want to link up, we can link up and make, you know what I mean, make something yeah, I saw your London video. I felt like you went wild to white English spots. Listen, when like coming from Newark, New Jersey, we don't really get a lot of information on travel. We don't really know anything. Like they don't teach us in school. But there's not many people from around here that travel, and like I'm in the hood, so I grew up in the hood, so it's a different vibe. We don't really know about black spots outside of where we're from. So when I went out there, I just did everything off of Google. So I found out all the tourist spots and all that, and it wasn't really many like ways to connect with other brothers over there. I met a woman from over there that was black, and she was like kind of off, so she didn't really like know the spots and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it would be nice to get the Black London experience also, man. Definitely would. I need to come to the hood spots. He's got Free Society. What up, bro? Brick City in the house. You already know, man. I'm from 18th West End. I'm from Forest Hill. I'm from I'm currently Velsburg section, Upper Velsburg section. I mean, but we out here, Brick City, Jersey strong. You still doing Carnival Barranquilla 2021? Yeah, I'm definitely doing Carnival Barranquilla 2021. I don't know how big it's going to be. I know they're going to have something. I don't know how many people are going to be allowed to go there. But my flight to Barranquilla has been booked since like the beginning of the pandemic. The only reason why I haven't booked a flight back is because I don't know if I'm going to Cartagena after Barranquilla Carnival or if I'm going to Santa Marta. So I'm just trying to figure out, because if I go to Santa Marta, I'll book a flight back from Barranquilla. If I go to Cartagena, I'll book a flight back from Cartagena. So yeah, I'm definitely going. Fellas, get them likes up. Yeah, I appreciate the likes. I'm actually just doing this because I'm here extra early. It's like 7:30. My flight doesn't board. It's like 9:30. Like I said, I thought this process was gonna be real long. Not at all, man. Shortest process I've ever been in the airport, man. Definitely. Why not? Thanks for the likes, man. Thanks for the likes. Tell DJ Chisel head up when you land. Yeah, I'm gonna get to I'm definitely gonna link up with DJ Chisel, but I'm gonna get to the situation that's currently happening once I salute everybody's in the room. You know what I mean, speaking of which, salute the Big Lou, man. I appreciate it, man. Tampa, Florida in the building. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to South Beach, Miami. And like I said, before I can get into more detail, I'm going to go through the chat room, make sure I shout out everybody in the room, because I'm super that you guys are here this early. It's like 7:30 in the morning. And I'm definitely not the type to wake up this early, let alone except for work, let alone be up here this early. San Diego has open beaches tag. What's technology? What's up, man? Technology in the building. This is a good brother right here, man. I don't know if you got a channel now, Tay, but if you got, y'all guys should add him if he has a channel now. But technology, I met in Barranquilla. Well, this, I don't know if the sound here messing up. Okay, okay, we got it. Hold up. All right. Okay, now we're gonna say in Spanish. All right, hopefully you guys can still hear me. But I'm trying to wait for this announcement to go away before I start talking again. You know what I mean? Jeez. I'm gonna give you some look around while the announcement's being made. It says still nobody really here. There's a couple people in front of me. I'm trying to turn the computer around so you guys can see. There's a couple people in front of me. But all right, now it's off. All right. Yeah, so I met technology in Barranquilla the first time I went in 2019. 2018? 2019. And he was a cool brother, man. He a real cool brother. Let me see what else. Passport stamp. Just shared your videos. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. I didn't even share this. It's so early, man. I don't even function this early like that. I'm late. Where you going? I'm going to Miami, man. I'm going to Miami South Beach. Stacy Swift, what's going on? I got to tell you something about the. I'm going to get to the Airbnb after this. In a second. Notification gang. Nice. I definitely will try to have a safe flight. I got more comments. Corey, what's on, bro? The investor. What up, fly? Here from Maplewood. Got some good info for you, man. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Corey. Man, like I said, Jersey strong. You know what it is. Just as I say, I normally don't. You guys gotta forgive me a little bit because this is early for me, especially to be functioning and doing all this. South Beach killer. Yeah, South Beach gonna be in the building. Chicago, what's going on, bro? Kenneth, what's up, bro? Chicago, yes. Stacy from Chicago too, Kenneth. Two Chicago's, I don't know, Chicagoans or Chicago people in the building. My passport expires March 21st. You think I should go ahead and get it renewed now? I plan to fly international again, without a doubt. But the issue is, they're really. I don't know if they I hope this is annoying, but I hope you can still do that because right now they put a hold on everybody getting passports, man. They put a hold, which is weird. How does coronavirus make you put a hold on people getting passports? So they have a big hold on anybody getting a passport. So you might be able to renew it, but if you can, I would renew it right now. But you might not be able to because they put a hold on everybody getting passports. Oh, it's 12:30 p.m. and okay. Thanks, Don. In UK, it's 12:30. Okay. It was another person from London out here too. So I know you guys both in the UK. Ray, what's going on, man? Oh, so what's up, man? Thanks, man. One and only mixtape. Yeah, that's it, man. I'm done with it. Music was fun. I had to get it out, but that was it. All right, well, I'm gonna start while I'm talking to y'all in the chat room. I'm gonna start telling you about this current situation because it's 32 people in the chat room. I appreciate all y'all coming this early. But here's the current situation. I'm gonna get to your comments too. I actually almost done with the comments. Hold on. Let me see. Who else? Dude, what you waiting for? They ain't it's yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Charles Travels. I was trying to tell them like it's the weirdest thing. How does the coronavirus have anything to do with issuing passports? I can see if it's something with you going internationally, but issuing passports, there's no connection with that. Like, come on, like you got people still in office. Are you saying that people not working no more, so that's why they're not issuing passports? Something sounds fishy, man. Hi, are you alone on the flight or is it full? Nah, this is all the people that's going to be on the flight. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a girl over here, 5, and there's a girl over here. So it's like 6, 7, 8. It's about 8 people here on the whole flight. There's about 8 people, and the flight leaves at 9:30. So I'm like 2 hours early, and I could be just too early, and that's why there's nobody here. But it's 8 people, and the flight is like 100 seats. Cannot wait for your Miami live because Miami is lit. All right, now I can get to it. Cause all right, why not? Well, all right, so now I can get into it. Here's the current situation, everybody. So 3 weeks ago, I booked Airbnb. Airbnb have a pool, so I canceled it. Said, you know what? Whatever, I don't want it because just in case they don't open South Beach in time, I want them to swim. So I then reassigned an Airbnb that was actually cheaper or a little bit cheaper. It was $59 a night, and they had a pool. So I'm like, yeah, it's going down, right? I was going back and forth with the Airbnb host, just getting the lock boxes, nobody gonna be there. You just put the lock in, you get in, everything's cool, right? 4 o'clock yesterday. Now I check in today at 3:30. 4 o'clock yesterday, the Airbnb host tells me something weird. She goes, okay, so can you come a day early? Can I come a day early? When does that ever happen? What do you mean, can I come a day early? No, I can't come a day early. I can't change the flight. So I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't come a day early. I'll be there, on Wednesday at 3 o'clock and all that stuff. So I said, all right. She said, all right. So then the next day today she hits me up and she goes, how many of you guys gonna be there? I'm like, well, clearly on the Airbnb reservation, I put 3. The reason why I always put 3, now mind you, it's a 1-bedroom apartment with a pool and all that stuff. So clearly I always put 3 because you never know, it might get a little crazy, and I want to make sure it's enough room for 3 people. But because if you see some other people, whatever. But so I put 3 people on the Airbnb reservation, and so I'm like, yeah, so it's gonna be 3 people there. And he's like, oh, I'm like, I'm gonna come tomorrow by myself, and then the 2 people are gonna come after. She goes, oh. Then 20 minutes passes, so now it's like 4 o'clock, maybe like 4:30, and she's like, well, I can't book this. I can't give you this Airbnb because of COVID. What? I'm like, because of COVID? What you mean because of COVID? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, we've been talking for the last 3 weeks about all this other stuff, and this is the message you send 21 hours before. I don't gotta check in. What kind of? Nah. Listen, I'm no news checking the rooster. I'm no rooster, whatever you call it. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born tonight. I wasn't born last night. I've been traveling for I'm 35 now. 10, 15, 16. I've been traveling for 17 years, and I've been using Airbnb since it started for 9 years, something like that. So I'm like, yo, nah. So she's like, oh, you might as well cancel the reservation. Mom's telling me you might as well cancel the reservation, and I'm gonna give you money back, and you'll be able to book something else. I'm like, ho. No. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. You're not going to cancel within 23 hours or 21 hours of me checking in. Tell me you want me to cancel? No. So I'm like, listen, I'm like, listen, you can do this one of two ways. You can cancel it yourself, and I'm going to complain to Airbnb about you canceling within the last 24 hours, or you can just let me stay, and it's going to be what it is. So she go, oh, well, no. And I'm like, listen. She's like, well, I have another apartment that's a studio, that's a downgrade, and it's like four blocks away from South Beach. I'm like, no, because I'm like 3 blocks away from South Beach at this current place. So she's like, well, I can't do this. The city, this is this. I'm like, well, I'm an essential employee, so it don't even matter. And I'm an airline person. I work for Airline, so you can't just cancel out like that. So she's like, well, you need to talk. You need to cancel out. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I see where this is going. I'm just going to call Airbnb right now. She goes, oh, why are you going to waste your time, waste my time, waste Airbnb time? Just cancel and I'll give you your money back. I'm like, no. You see, what happened in my head, what I see happen in my opinion, all of the prices in Miami just went up because they just said they're going to open Miami beaches June 1st. Now, mind you, it's the 27th of May. So all of the prices went up. And now the average price for something similar to that, it's about $90 to $100 or $100 really a night. I paid $59 a night. So now there's a big issue. There's a big issue with her probably saying, oh, all my other, and mind you, there's other people in that condo association that are renting, but all their prices started like 140. So everybody in that condo reservation starts at 140 because they waited to the last minute when Miami announced that they're going to open the beaches and open the restaurants and stuff before they book. They put the price down, and then they just put their prices up high. So now I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm definitely not canceling this reservation because I got this for $59. Whole trip, it's like $426 for 5 days. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm like, well, I'm calling Airbnb. So I called Airbnb last night. No, yesterday afternoon I called Airbnb like at 6 o'clock because after me and the lady going back and forth, I'm like, all right, I'm calling Airbnb because she's not even with this. So I call Airbnb. I'm like, oh, Airbnb, they got me on hold for like 20, 30 minutes because there's so many people. So finally I talked to somebody. I think her name was like, I don't know, but I talked to somebody. She's like, Well, I think she's like Indian from India. So I'm like, yeah, this lady, she's telling me she's threatening to cancel my Airbnb within 21 hours of me actually supposed to be checking in. I don't know what's going on. I don't, I'm giving them the sad face because literally, I personally, I got money. It don't matter. I can book another Airbnb. I can book a hotel. I got the money, but it's about the principle now. Now it's about the principle because you're trying to cancel within 23 hours and then make me pay more somewhere else. No, 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 no. So that's when I'm like, the lady's trying to cancel. She's trying to cancel on the Airbnb, and I'm gonna show you guys the Airbnb actually. I can't show you the details exactly, but I'm gonna show you guys the Airbnb. Let me share my screen real quick. Application window. Let me share my Airbnb real quick. All right, boom. I think it's this one right here. Shit. I showed you guys the Airbnb before, but I'm gonna just show you guys again. This is the Airbnb because I like to talk. When I talk about something, I want to show you guys. So this lady says. So I'm talking to Airbnb like, yo, she canceled the Airbnb. This is a 1-bedroom apartment with 2 beds for 4 guests. I only have 3 guests, and I booked this like 3 weeks ago. And then she that's that. So I'm like, the apartment that she's trying to give me, it's not a 1-bedroom. It's a studio. It doesn't have a pool, and on top of that, it's not as close to the South Beach as possible. So they're like, she sends a message. The owner sends a message at the same time as I'm talking to Airbnb, like, well, the pool, you can't even access the pool because the people in the building said you can't access the pool due to COVID because the government said this. So she sends the Airbnb people proof that I can't use the pool. But that doesn't prove that I can't stay there. That doesn't prove that, I'm not allowed to stay there because of COVID. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm talking to the Airbnb people, and finally she's like, okay, I understand. So we're texting now. The Airbnb people, they're texting me at the same time I'm talking. I don't know how that works, but they're like, you know what? We're gonna get to the manager. We're gonna get a manager to call you back. That's last night. So I'm waiting. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm getting nervous because I talked to somebody at 6. 8 o'clock, I'm getting nervous. I'm like, all right, boom. 8:30 comes. I'm like, nah, I'm about to call somebody else. Forget this. So I call somebody else on Airbnb. I call Airbnb again. I'm like, yo, this is the situation, and this is what's going on. So then they're like, oh, okay, well, somebody's gonna get back to you tonight. I'm like, all right, cool. So somebody's gonna get back to me. That's cool. It's 8:30 at night. So mind you, I gotta be up here. I gotta be at the airport at I'm thinking I gotta be here at 6 o'clock because of all the Corona stuff. But like I said, you don't have to get here any earlier than you normally do. You might even have more time to get here because there's no process. So it's like 9:30 at night, and I'm still staying up because I'm waiting for this call back. So now 10 o'clock comes, 11 o'clock comes, no call. 12 o'clock comes. I'm like, yo, if I don't go to sleep right now, I'm finna be too tired to drive this car tomorrow. And mind you, remember, I rented a car on Turo. So I'm like, I'm gonna be too tired to drive this car tomorrow if I stay up until somebody contacts me back on Airbnb. So I go to sleep. Boom. I wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't see no message. I'm like, boom, I take another nap. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I see a message. I'm like, bam, what's going on? The message I got was like, and I don't want to show you guys the message yet. I'm gonna get to the passport. I'm gonna get to this real quick, but I'm trying to explain a story about the Airbnb. So I wake up. I'm gonna talk through this, so hopefully you can hear me. So I wake up. So I wake up in the morning at 5 again, and I'm reading the text message, and the text message goes something along the lines of, well, we're trying to get in contact with your Airbnb host. We can't really get in contact. Mind you, I'm supposed to be checking in 3 o'clock today, and this is 5:30 in the morning with this message saying we can't get in contact with your Airbnb host. We need to, do that. If we can't do that, and she still persists on canceling your reservation, then we're gonna have to just cancel your reservation, find you somewhere. Oh, you're gonna have to just. The Airbnb is telling me this. You're gonna have to just cancel your reservation and find somewhere else to stay. I'm like, yeah, but this is not fair. I'm like, Airbnb is supposed to, make things fair because she canceled within the last 21 minutes of my Airbnb, 21 hours of my Airbnb before my Airbnb check-in, and everything else is like literally almost 2 times the price now. Everything else comparable with a pool, 1 bedroom is almost 2 times the price. It's like $100. I pay $59, so yeah, it's almost like it's $100 at lowest for the Airbnb closest to the area where I'm at, where South Beach is at, and that's gonna have the same amenities. So I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna work. So I'm sending them a text now, mind you. This is like 6 o'clock in the morning. I send them a message. I didn't get nothing. So I'm like, boom, I call I call like at 7 o'clock. I call like at 6:30. So I call him like, yo, what's going on? This and this. And once again, the person like, all right, the person that is working on yours is on the phone right now, something like that, but we're gonna get her to call you back as soon as possible. I'm like, all right, boom. So now I'm at the airport, and I just wanted to share that story with you guys and ladies because this is the process that you go through as traveling during COVID, man. Like, it was real low. It was real low that she told me this at if you can, make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the video. But it's crazy that she told me this within 21 hours, and now I have like less than 12 hours, less than 8 hours probably before I check in, and I really don't have a place to stay. Now, mind you, the reservation is still not canceled. But you know, worst comes to worst, like I said, I have a Jeep, so I could just drive around and find a place if I need to for the day and then tomorrow I stay at another Airbnb. But here's the issue. The issue is right now it's Wednesday. All the stores are starting to open. And if I want to get something on South Beach, this would be the only day that I could get the best day I can get the best price, because anybody coming on Thursday is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the weekend. That weekend price is going to skyrocket. So even though, now DJ Chisel, shout out to DJ Chisel, he does have some rental apartments and stuff. But like I said, once again, it's not about the money. It's about the principle and about the fact that like they're trying to pull us off at the last minute. So that's that. All right, let's get to this comments. All right, how about airport screening? Are they checking people's temperature? You say it's mandatory to wear a mask, but I'm still wondering, are still going away with the middle seats? I'm going to show the video when I get into the the airplane. Also, I'm going to try to take a video. All that is going to be when I start editing stuff and filming everything for when I put stuff out for you guys. All that is going to be on my vlog or whatever I do later on. But what I can answer is, are they screening? Nope. Walked right in the airport, walked right to the kiosk, got help from the agent, did this, and came up here. Not screening. There's nobody here. There's no special positions. When you show your face, when you got to, at the TSA, they make you put your mask down so you show your face. That's about all they do. They're not checking any temperatures. And yes, it's mandatory to wear a mask. And like I said, I'll find out the middle seats when I get on the plane. But it's mandatory to wear a mask when you're walking around. Like I'm probably going to go get some food and something to drink from one of these restaurants. But I'm going to put my mask on after I finish this live. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So that's the situation with my Airbnb right now. Everything is expensive down here right now. Yeah, I know. I rented a condo last week for $240 a night when it's usually $125 a night. Everything is getting hectic down here in Florida. Listen, man. I told you when I got that $59 a night price, I was like, that's why I like getting stuff when there's a discount. But was that Airbnb? That wasn't Airbnb. I like getting stuff when there's a discount. Everything is expensive. Like I could afford $100 a night. I'm only staying for 4 nights. It's just the principle of the fact that that's going to run me like 600 some change versus this $462 that I'm paying. So I'm like, you want me to pay $200 more for something that I worked on a discount? That's crazy. And it was, now if Airbnb paid that $200 extra, all right, whatever, I'm with it. But I'm not trying to pay that $200. If I have to, I have to. Whatever. I can't do nothing. I got a car, and I'm gonna have to find somewhere we're parking because that's the only way I could look at it. It's just that I ain't gonna have a pool, and the pool is gonna be the pool. Even if I couldn't use the pool for whatever reason, the mayor says, even if I couldn't use the pool, the pool would have been cool to entertain company because I'm supposed to be linking up with some ladies when I get down there. I mean, get the likes up. What's going on? What's going on, Fred? Like 14 right here. Stay fresh. Oh, thanks, man. Stay fresh, Flyboy Luck down. Good luck. Thanks, man. Good luck, man. I'm like I say, I'm definitely gonna try Third Mundo in a bit. I'm gonna max this out, bro. Like I said, it's still gonna be better. It's still gonna be better than sitting here in Jersey with nothing to do and I actually had time off that I had to take or I lose it. So the option was like stay home, do nothing. And like I said, I'm getting some stuff done in my house right now with some people fixing some stuff. So I just didn't want to be there. But whatever. So I'm going to Miami. Regardless, our flight is here. As long as the flight gets me there, I'll find a way. Like I said, even if I got to pay extra $200, it's not really a big thing. You know what I mean? For me. But it sucks, man. It definitely sucks that the Airbnb host is doing this at the last minute after I've been talking. It would be different for me if I wasn't talking to her for the whole 3 weeks. and then all of a sudden she just canceled. But I've been talking to her for these last 3 weeks about a lot of other stuff, like where can I park, or how do I get in, or what's the correct address, and then boom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sitting poolside. That's another thing I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to get a discount off of her Airbnb with Airbnb, because I'm like, yo, Airbnb. She says on the reservation that she has a pool. If she knew that she couldn't, that the people couldn't use that pool, then she should have took that pool access off as false advertisement. Airbnb, they're going through a lot of stuff right now because a lot of cancellations and stuff. But even at the same time, you got to keep the same business protocol for your company if that's what you think. You know what I mean? Bree Mac, what's up, man? Bree Mac in the building, Jersey in the building. You already know, man. Um, Let me see the Jeep I booked. All right, let me show you the Jeep I booked. Like normally I book this other Jeep. Now, I had this other Jeep. If you haven't seen the last live, I had this other Jeep, and the Jeep was dope. It had like 32-inch rims on it, wheels on it. It was blue. It had lights and stuff, but they canceled because of COVID. Weirdest thing ever. Now I don't know if it's because I'm from New Jersey, but that's that. So let me see if I can pull up this thing for you guys to show you my Let me see if I can show you my Jeep because I didn't prepare that one. I'll go to Turo real quick. This is a website I always use when I'm in the States or in Canada. I use this to book the stuff. Let me see. Can I log in without continue with Facebook? There you go. So I was able. I don't share. I was able to view card details. All right, so this is the Jeep I booked. This is the Jeep I booked for CJ. What's going on, big dog? What's up, man? What's up? And work hard, play hard. What's going on, bro? That's right. It's the principle. Stay safe. Yeah, definitely the principle. What Smokey say? It's the principle. Not Smokey. What Big Worm say? It's the principle about this. Smokey playing with my money, playing my emotions. Fred feels up, man. Nah, hold her feet to the fire. That's exactly what I'm doing, man. That's exactly what I'm doing. Then he said, now hold her feet to the fire, get Airbnb credit, and then she was asking inquisitive questions and not being, exactly, and not being forward where her intentions were at first. Exactly, man. That was the situation. When I was in DR, my Airbnb host had 2 real estate showings during my stay. Wow, that's crazy. Maybe she's canceling because you're coming from Jersey. That was another thing I was thinking. I was thinking maybe they're canceling because I'm coming from Jersey. But here's the issue. The day yesterday, she asked me if I wanted to stay another day, which was weird. She's like, do I want to have another vacation? But she said, added, did I want to come a day earlier? She asked me, did I want to come a day earlier? So I'm like, what do you mean, do I want to come a day earlier? Then I'm telling Airbnb, and luckily I screenshotted it and I sent it to Airbnb. I'm like, listen, if there's a COVID issue why I can't stay at her place, then why is she asking me the day prior to me checking in that asking me the day if I want to come a day before? You know what I'm saying? So it's like she's asking me if I want to extend it another day, but there's a COVID issue. So I sent all that to Airbnb, like Airbnb, yo, there's something fishy about this. Yeah, the other Jeep was fire, man. This is like some low budget Jeep. This is the crazy thing is that the other Jeep was custom. It was customized, and it was 2016, but it was customized. This Jeep is 2020, but it's not. It's just a regular Jeep. The wheels are not different. The Jeep top is soft top. But I got to get around, and I like the Jeep when I was in what's the name? I did like the color better on this one. However, like I said, the other one had just had so many amenities to it that I'm like, dang, the other one was a lot better. But it is what it is. Got to make do. The good thing is that I do have this Jeep right here. Let me see if I can show more pictures. The good thing is I do have this Jeep right here. So regardless if I gotta go find an Airbnb, it looks kind of banal, kind of boring. But regardless, I have a Jeep so I can move around. I ain't stuck with just an Uber. That's the best part. So I'll be able to get around the city and do a lot of stuff. And see how it goes, man. Worst comes to worst, maybe I'll just book the issue is this, man. Like, I don't know if the lady, the Bree Mac, I don't know if the lady was Cuban. I don't know what was going on. It didn't seem like the people were even living in the States. It looked like they was doing it from afar. That's what it appeared to be. So I don't know. But the thing is that I really want a dope Airbnb. That's why I would rather pay the $100 a night than to just get something cheaper that's not in South Beach. I'd rather pay the $100 a night because of the fact that like I'm on vacation, man. Like, you know what I mean, getting away from being trapped up in Jersey, locked down. So yeah, let me see. Zplex, what up, man? The governor has recommended canceling hotel rentals to the high risk areas. Wow. Travelers driving are stopped and boarded. Wow, that's crazy. See the thing, Zplex. I don't know if you was here earlier, but I'm an essential employee and I'm an airline. I work for Airline, so I'm exempt based on what the government put out there. I'm exempt from a lot of the stuff that they have going on, even the 14-day alleged quarantine. I don't know how it's going to be. I say alleged because it was April 1st when they initiated this quarantine, but I don't know how the process is. They say if you're from Jersey, New York, or Connecticut, or you got to go in quarantine for 14 days and you can't leave your house. But that exempts but the people that are exempted from that 14-day quarantine are airline employees and I think some essential workers. So that wasn't really a thing for me. Exactly, man. I'm going back and forth with Airbnb where all these facts that you guys are saying is exactly what I've been saying to Airbnb. I'm like, first of all, why is she posting it if it's a COVID issue? Secondly, we've been talking for 3 weeks. No COVID issue was brought up. And thirdly, the night before, she asked me if I wanted to extend it one more day and come earlier one day. And if it's a COVID issue, there's no point in that. Why would you extend it? So yeah. Yeah, it's still something. The doors come off, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to take the doors off because it's gonna rain. So I'm gonna have to leave the doors on. I'll probably be able to take the top off on Thursday and Friday because I think it's supposed to be sunny all day, Thursday and Friday, and in Miami. So that's what I'm probably gonna be able to do. I want to see you starting the Pirates. Yo, I don't even know if I could fit in the Pirates, man. A Prius. I don't even know if I can fit in the Prius, man. I don't think I've ever been in a Prius, bro. That's like Shaq. That's like the clown car that Shaq got, or like a smart car. It's just so small. It's good on gas though. What's good, C's, man? What up, man? What up? But yeah, I just wanted to share because I had some time here. I'm probably gonna end this live when it gets to probably 45 minutes. Maybe I might extend it to an hour if anybody got any questions on anything. But for all those that's just coming in, let me show you around the airport one more time again, man. Or show you around the area I'm sitting. All right, come on. All right, so the lighting is gonna be bad because this is my computer, but I'm at the airport, Newark Airport. You know, my computer, even though it's a MacBook and it's got all this Retina and all this fancy stuff, it's not 4K. So, you know, but I'm gonna end up going to get some food too because I'm starving. I'm not starving, but I'm hungry. You know what I mean, and when I get to Miami, like I said, I'm gonna get a shape up because I look rough, man. Rough, bro. Rough. And I usually don't go on vacation this rough. Let's say, what do you think the nightlife going to be once I get to Miami? Now, Miami is only in phase 1. Here's the thing, though. Fort Lauderdale and Broward County both have beaches that are open, which means that if the beaches are open, there's probably going to be some type of nightlife. And I've been looking at some videos on Florida where they had like a whole street. I don't know what video it was. Let me see if I can find it real quick while I'm talking. But let's see if I can find it on YouTube. They had a video where Florida open street party. They had a video where it was like a bunch of people from Florida. Yeah, this is Daytona Beach. Let me get the sound off. This is Daytona Beach right here. So if Daytona Beach is like this, now mind you, I used to go to Daytona Beach for Black College Reunion back in the day. I'm not old enough to have gone to Freaknik. I'm kind of young. But if this is what Florida's looking like right now, boy, then yeah, it may be a little bit lit. Daytona Beach is kind of far from Miami, I think. I think it's kind of far from Miami, but it might not be that far from Fort Lauderdale might be like this too, and Broward County might be like this too. So we're gonna see how this is because this is Florida right here. This is Florida, like, and this video was just shot on the 24th Memorial Day weekend. So we're gonna see how that is. For me, Carnival in Brazil is canceled for me. Dang. I guess I gotta go to Sasua for Super Bowl. Yeah, the DR is actually opening too. I think June 14th or June 1st. So DR was an option also, but not right now because, like I said, I have to use this my vacation time before June 1st. And I have another trip coming up at the end of July. I have another vacation coming up at the end of July. So I'm going to take the vacation of July to try to go to Colombia, even though Colombia said they're not going to be open until August. The president might change his mind, but if not, I'm going to find somewhere else to go in July. So just you guys stay tuned. I'm going to find somewhere else to go in July, and I'm going to try to go somewhere in November for a quick trip. Also, I really want to get back to Cuba because I got some connection. I know this thing in the background probably noisy. I got some connections in Cuba, and I want to get back to Cuba. So that's the idea. If I can't go to Colombia in July, then I'm gonna go to Cuba, so I can link up with the people I know over there. But let me get this. This is, like I said, I was just showing y'all guys what Florida's like right now, or some parts of Florida. Let me get off. Back to my Airbnb. I also was gonna get some more experiences. Wow, let me try something again. 0 experiences. Let me try that again. Because the experience is supposed to open on the 29th. Like this one girl said she had a boat that I could rent or something like that. Wow. Am I doing something wrong? Because the experiences were open before. Wait, what? What kind of filters do I have? Oh, wow, that's great. Let me try this again. Experiences. Miami Beach, Florida. Dates 27th through 31st. Search. Wow. So all the experiences got canceled. Wow. So this is gonna be a makeshift. This is gonna be a makeshift vacation, bro. Because boy, that's crazy. That is crazy that everything is canceled. It was so many experiences that was here before, but ain't here now. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so let me I got some questions in the gym. I'm trying to make it last an hour, and when I hit the hour, I'm gonna close it off. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna make it last an hour, and I'm gonna close it off. I'm thinking of Barcelona. I heard Spain is actually welcoming tourists also, man. I've seen a couple of things on the video. I haven't dug that deep into finding more about Spain, but I did see that they were opening. I think Greece was another country that was opening, so that's another look I might look into. Fred, Brazil Carnival will be on. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought they canceled Brazil. No, Brazil Carnival is not until February, so that's kind of far in advance for them to cancel that early. But I know they canceled Caribana in Toronto. They canceled all the stuff in Toronto, so I'm hoping that I know Colombia will be open before July, but I don't know if Colombia will be open for tourists before the end of July. But I made sure I had the last week of July off for my job, so I'm going to hope. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope I can get back to Colombia. And if I get back to Colombia, I have to go to Medellin, but it's not going to be a party trip or nothing like that. I'm going because I'm going to open an account so I could buy property in either Cartagena or Barranquilla. And I'm working with a lawyer out there. So that's where I'll be going to Medellin if it opens by July. Oh, DR opens in July? Okay, because I was under the impression that DR opened in June. But it's good to see that. Let me see. I'm healthy. But you see the bodies piling up there, and the president is worse than when it comes to response. Damn, I feel you, bro. I feel you. DJ Chisel, what up, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, I'm just going through the situation with this Airbnb host, man. I explained to everybody earlier, but I'll give you a quick summary, man. Listen, 21 hours before I'm supposed to check in, the Airbnb host tells me that I need to cancel the reservation. So I'm like, I need to cancel the reservation? I'm not canceling the reservation. Plus, it's 21 hours. So I've been going back and forth with Airbnb, trying to get them to get in contact with the host to find out what's going on. Now, mind you, my reservation is still up. I'm still booked. I'm still looked and booked. But I think it's because Miami is opening up everything, like, starting phase 1 June 1st, and I'm coming today and I'm staying until the 31st. She's trying to get more money because everyone that is in her same complex are starting to charge either $120 or $120 or more per night. And I locked her price in for $59 a night. So that's the reason why I think she's trying to cancel on me, but she kept saying, "Oh, you should cancel, not waste our time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. Just cancel." I'm like, "No, I'm not canceling." So I talked to Airbnb. I'm waiting for them to hit me back up. I talked to them 3 times, so I'm waiting for them to figure something out. Because worst comes to worst, they're gonna give me the credit because it's about the principal, and I'm gonna get the money to they're gonna give me the credit, and they're gonna pay for whatever the difference is to the hotel that I want to stay in. But that's the situation. I went to Cuba December. That's crazy. I went to Cuba in 2018 also. I went to Cuba in October of 2018. So we was in there like months apart, man. That's dope. That's definitely dope. But you plenty of cash. Yeah, because you can't get money out. I got the Cuba vlog and I got the Cuba Black Man's Guy, So yeah, I know the situation over there. Sydney, Colombia will be open. I spoke to my family in Cali. Like I said, August 31st is what I thought also based on the decree of the president, but it's somewhere in the decree where it says July after June 31st, either June 31st or July 31st, the president is going to like make another statement about stuff because it's supposed to be opening like next week for like regular people that's in there to move around, like citizens and stuff to move around, but it's definitely supposed to be open by 31st. If you got underlying health conditions, if you have I think so too, man. Like I said, this whole thing is like, listen, I'm 35. This whole thing, I don't have any pre-existing conditions. Not to say nothing can't happen, but I don't base my life on fear. And the fact that a lot of countries are using people's fear to take away their rights. It's wild. It's whack, man. It's whack. To my opinion, just my opinion. You know what I mean? Cassie. Oh, see, he lives in Cali, Colombia, so he definitely knows. Sydney definitely knows a lot more than a lot of people would. Brazil got more deaths from COVID than anyway. Here's the thing about this though, Fred. They're comparing Brazil to New York, but the thing is, Brazil is a country. New York is a state. They're saying, oh, Brazil has just as many deaths and or maybe more than New York. I'm like, well, here's the thing. Brazil has 210 million people in it. New York has 10 million. You can't compare the two and say, oh, they're almost equal. It's not an equal ratio. So that whole Brazil thing, I think it's just something to try to get the focus off of New York. That's my opinion. It's something to get the focus off of New York. That's what I think. Damn, what up, man? On a budget per trip, I usually spend $100. No matter where I go, I usually try to spend at max $100 a day. Okay, no matter. Anywhere outside of the States, I usually try to spend like $100 a day max. The States, Miami, I know LA, I gotta spend a little bit more money, so I'm prepared to, spend a little bit more if I have to. But normally for the Airbnbs, I usually pay between like $600 and $800 for Airbnb, or $400 and $800 for Airbnb. I usually, if I'm in the States or I'm in Canada, I'll rent a car, and I usually pay about $300 or $400 for a car. I always bring like $500 spending cash. If outside of a day, $100 a day, I would try to bring like $500 spending cash for emergency purposes, also just in case I got to take a quick flight back from somewhere. And so like I said, totally my trips are normally like anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500. That's pretty much all I spend on my trips. DJ Chisel, passport stamp. What's going on? Yeah, DJ Chisel, passport stamp said, "Yo, what's good, bro? You guys have fun. Oh, yeah, no matter what, it's gonna be some fun." Now, yeah, I heard Mexico is opening Quinta Road. Like I said, that was my other option. It was just hurting me because everything's not opening until June 1st, and I had to use this vacation before June 1st. So it was like, damn, everything is opening June 1st, and I can't stay on my vacation. So like I said, I got another vacation coming up in July. So that's my plan, because like I said, this COVID stuff showed me that I got to travel more. I was traveling a lot anyway. Everybody knew I traveled a lot, but now it makes me want to travel more to experience more while we can. So I'm trying to do like a full vacation or a mini vacation every 3 months, so quarterly. Every 3 months, I want to do a vacation. Like let's say it's May, then I got June, July. I'm doing one. The only time I can't do one is November, December, because we blocked off and taking vacations out of my job. So my next one will be February. So May, I'm going somewhere. We can basically say it's June because I come back on the 31st. So June 1st, I say that's a place. And then July, at the end of July, I'm going somewhere. Then September, October, November, I'm not going anywhere. I don't think. I may try to sneak a quick vacation in October. I don't know. But then I'm going to another place in February, going back to Colombia for Carnival, and then in April and May I got another vacation. So like I said, every quarter I'm trying to do a vacation. Um, Portugal, I don't know. I don't know too much about Portugal, man. Eu falo português, but it's not as good as my Spanish. My Spanish is a lot better than my Portuguese. So sometimes when I go to Portuguese places, it's a little more difficult. But so Portugal, I don't know, maybe. He said, "Nah, they can't. Nah, they not canceling. I'm just not taking risks." Okay, I feel you. Don, start with it, man. A lot of people take COVID as a joke in Brazil. Got some connects over there to party in the whole time. Don't get me wrong, I'll be partying too. And I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I don't take it as a joke. I just know that putting your rights, putting fear before your rights, putting fear before your freedom, putting fear before living, it never works. It never works because at the end of your life, you're just looking back like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. I should have did that. And that's one thing I don't want to do. Like, it's situations that I've been through when I was growing up that I'm not supposed to be here, bro. Like literally, that I can go through a bunch of situations where, end of the day, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. So I'm going to live every moment, and that's why, me personally, the COVID thing it's a thing, but I'm not even focused on it. I look at the CDC's numbers and say, hey, 1.8% of the people that die from this or less than 1% of the people that die from this have no pre-existing conditions and are under the age of 60. So yeah. Big dog, I'll be in Panama mid-July. That's dope. Thinking about skipping into Colombia. Listen, I've been in Panama just to stop through for like a couple hours, but I really do want to start going back. I want to go back to Panama because I'm hearing a lot of stuff. I was more worried that it was more Americanized, but now I'm really like considering going back to Panama and getting a real experience. Yeah, man, don't cancel because that spot is a party spot and well known. But right now, until the first, the pool and the gym and the buildings are shut down. Yeah, that's that's what she sent the letter for. Like, mind you, the Airbnbs, because they have the policy now because I booked after the whole COVID was known, so it's not an unforeseen event. If it was an unforeseen event, Airbnb allows the host to cancel with no problem and allows the person staying there to cancel with no problem. But now I booked in at the beginning of May, so it's not an unforeseen event. And Airbnb put that out to her. They said, "Hey, if you want to cancel on this host, they told the lady, if you want to cancel host on this guest, you have to show him proof that is some new policy that you didn't know that that's preventing him from staying there." And also pool policy that said that the governor put out saying you can't use the pool until to the first. The Airbnb is like, what is this? This is not showing that he can't stay there. So the Airbnb, they back and forth. Like I said, 3 times I call them, so she's gonna be getting hit back and forth. But yeah, I'm definitely not canceling, man. Definitely not canceling. Let me go. Shoot. Where am I at? Wow. Okay. 4:33 space launch today in Cape Carnival. Wait, 4:33 space launch today in Cape Carnival, Florida. I'm here. Give me more information on that, Zplex. I don't know nothing about that. Like, give me more information. Like I said, I got a car. I could drive, man, depending on how far it is. I'm not driving more than an hour anywhere from Miami. But give me more details about that, man. I'll look into that. Exactly. Using people's fear and ignorance to keep them hostage. Yeah, it's so crazy, man. And it's all around the world. Like, all governments are doing the same thing except for Sweden. Sweden never closed down. Sweden kept running. Sweden, they went a whole different route. They said, hey, we're not going to find a cure, and we're not going to lock our people down and stop the economy until we find a cure, because we don't know when a cure may come. So they're going to try to protect the old people and people with pre-existing conditions and let everybody go about their business. And it worked. The only issue Sweden messed up at is that they didn't really protect the people with pre-existing conditions or old people, because Sweden put everybody in the same area that was old, and once it got on one person, it spread like wildfire. So if they would have did that part better, they would have had the perfect plan. But instead, the U.S. decided to follow China. The government decided, in the United States and a lot of other places, decided to follow China's method. But you can't, because China, for one, is a communism, and China is not showing the right numbers. So you're following something that's just not possible. Colombia is a perfect example of that. Yep, it's bad, man. It's bad. And the whole thing is that people have little amounts of cases. They have small amounts of cases. 43 people died, and you shut down the whole company, on the whole country. 43 people in your whole country died, and you shut down the whole country. That's crazy. Good morning. What it do? Still Matic Black. What's going on, bro? Yeah, I'm heading down to Miami right now. I'm at the airport. I just try to give everybody a feeling of what the airport is like and everything like that. And try to tell them about my journey that I'm going through right now while I'm here. Passport stamp, what's good? I will link you in the ability to talk. Good. I got two flight credits from trips that I had to cancel. I'm ready to pull up anywhere. Bruh, that's a dope. Bruh, this trip right here, I'm using I had a flight booked for April 1st to Mexico. Mexico was still having spring break. They were still partying. March 28th, no, March 26th, they were still partying. My flight was still available. My booking was still available in Mexico for Cancun. It was going down, man. Passport action had just came back from Cancun, and then March 27th, they made the pact to say you can't go there. The government with the United States, the government with Mexico and Canada made a pact that said you can't go there. March 27th, mind you, I was booked for April 1st, so it was some last minute stuff where I had to like just finagle everything. So I got the $250 credit for the flight, which I used for this right here. I got the credit back. I got my cash back from the Airbnb, and that was that. I was so hot, man. I was so hot because it was last minute. I really dislike last minute stuff. And then I had booked for Tokyo because I was supposed to be going to the Olympics. Yes. Luckily, I didn't book an Airbnb, but I was supposed to be going to Tokyo for the Olympics. And I paid for insurance, which is a whole nother thing with Travelocity, which is not why I'm not to use Travelocity no more. I can't promise myself, but I'm trying not to use Travelocity no more because I paid $100 to secure my money back if something goes wrong. And they did not secure my money back. They gave me a credit. I'm like, this is BS. This is BS. I'm a Singapore Airlines. They only go to certain places outside of the United States. I don't want to use a credit for Singapore Airlines. The other one is a Delta credit for $900. Singapore is like $500. Like I said, I spent like $1,500 on this flight, and just on the flight alone, and I couldn't get it back cash. But I'm just going to use the Delta stuff to travel with it locally. And Singapore Airlines, I don't know. I don't know how I got $500 credit towards Singapore Airlines. I just don't know what I'm going to use. It's crazy, right? See, check with TeleMade for DR information. Yeah, I watched TeleMade a long time ago. I actually seen a recent video. I commented on one of his videos. But I don't really I don't know if I'm going to go to DR again. I've been to DR 3 times already. For me, I'm one of them travelers that like I'll travel a lot of different places before traveling the same place over and over again. But when I find a place that I really like, I'll try to repeat that place more. And right now, for me, places that I really like are Colombia and Cuba. Those two places I see myself going back and forth for a long time, especially Colombia, because like I said, I'm going to purchase an apartment out there. So that's that. KC Mon say, what up, man? Yo, shout out to everybody. Hit the like in the room, hit the share. Thanks for everybody coming in the room, man. It's almost time to end this live. It's 58 minutes. I'm just super. You guys are up early, man. You guys are up early, man. I'm just gonna answer the rest of these questions before I end this live. What are your thoughts on travel insurance? I don't do it. I use the insurance to book travel insurance for my flight, and like I said, Travelocity jipped me, man. I paid $100 so that I can get my money back if anything goes wrong. And then they said, "Oh no, they're not doing that." She said because the airline gave you a credit, we're not going to give you your money back. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And they just bundled everything on the coronavirus. So it's like whatever, man. If you ever make it to Cali, never be the same. I'm gonna get to Cali though. Like I said, my whole thing now is this. This is my whole thing now. I got like an hour before I log in, so I gotta get some food. But my whole thing now is this, man. My next move is to get this place in Colombia. After I purchase my one more place in New Jersey, my next move is to start working toward. My next move is at the same time to start working towards getting this place in Colombia. Once I get that place in Colombia, then I can start going around Colombia. But I also plan on one time a year going to Colombia and one time a year going somewhere else that I haven't been already, because that's how I want to keep my ability to travel all around the place. So one, this girl's hitting me up from Florida right now. I'm gonna see if I can show you her. But one time a year I'm going to go to Colombia, and then one time a year I'm going to go somewhere else, like that place that I maybe never haven't been before. That's my plans. December, what's that? And December, what's that? I don't know. I don't know what you mean, man. Wow, it's a lot of stuff. Have you ever traveled to Spain? Nope. Like I said, I'm just starting to look into Spain. Shout out to Barber World TV. Barber World TV is a guy that I met in Barranquilla. He just uploaded a video of his trip to Spain, and I'm considering it now. Mad Colombian mommies in Panama City. Yeah, Panama City's kind of lit. It's kind of lit. SpaceX has lost astronauts in Florida at 4. I gotta find out how far is if I don't know, Tay, if you have the information, maybe you can send it to me on WhatsApp, because I want to see how far it is from Miami. Because if it's like I said, if it's within an hour, I'll go. I'll definitely go if it's within an hour. I'm over a minute. Sydney, how about clubs and bars in Colombia? Are they open in August as well? No, that's a no. I can answer that one. I heard a few months ago. Yeah, bars not going to open till like I think they said December. I think they said December or a little bit before. But yeah, definitely not open. It's the space launch day. They launched. Yeah, he just said first American launch. Yeah, like I said, if you guys can send me the either details in my Instagram, I appreciate it, because I'll look into it, see if I can do it. Yeah, send it to my Instagram is the same name as my it's on all my same name on all platforms, the Flyboy Way. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. So yeah, if you can send me the information, I appreciate it, because I got that's something to do. Cease. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last, but yeah. Oh, Kenny, what up, man? Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you, man. You have to check out Greece. Yeah, listen, Greece is another place that I see a lot of people going to now, and I got some time. Like I said, I try to tell everybody, like, I don't have like a travel vlog. I don't. This my channel is not about travel. My channel is basically about family, finance, and fun. But travel is under my fun section, because that's what I do for fun. I love to travel. But I'm also I'm just like you guys. I'm the average guy, man. I got a 9 to 5. Like I said, I own property and I do YouTube. But I'm just like you guys. So a lot of my time I gotta wait till I got vacation. I get like 4 vacations a year, and I get like 4 extra single days I could take. So I have to fit everything into that small amount of time. And because, like I said, I'm a middle class man now, as long as they got a middle class for now, out of Newark, New Jersey, I'm able to spend money. So it's not as much about the money as it is about just getting the time off of work. Because like I said, I have enough money if I wanted to just retire right now, but I wouldn't live a great life. I would live like a minimalist life, and that's not how I want to live. But so I got to be at work for another like 8 years. So I got to I've been here for 17 plus years. I got to be at work for another 8 years before I can retire. So yeah. Which country do I think will open its borders here? Real quick, Jamie, what I was saying is that Dominican Republic, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Mexico, somebody saying Spain, Portugal, they're all opening their borders in June. So this year is not even June. We're talking about a week. They're opening their borders. So these are places that I can go. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to get around until July, because that's the end of July is when my next vacation is. Y'all can hear the parchiness in my voice because I'm thirsty. I got food in my bag, but I'm just thirsty. Let me see. Thanks for the information, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate you for watching my videos, man. People don't understand. Like, I'm just a kid from Newark. I'm just an average guy who lives an extraordinary life. Kid from Newark who travels the world. Like, it's dope to see like 13,000, 14,000 subscribers that's really watching my videos. Because, bro, I don't know, whatever. So like when people like really watch it, I really reply to every comment that someone says, and I really try to, even if it's like a critique or something that may be trolling, I try to respond to it and try to really take an open mind when I look at it, because 64 people in here this morning. Hit the like button. Thanks, y'all. I really try to take an open mind, look at people's things, even if it's somebody yelling critique or something like that, because you guys are taking your time to watch me, man, and that y'all don't have to. And that's the amazing thing about it. So I can at least take the time to show you guys I have gratitude by answering all your questions and not charging for nothing. And just it's just dope, man. It's dope. I still have the support of Cuban people. Yeah, yes, you still have to use the support of Cuban people to get in Cuba because they actually canceled another way that you can get in. But yeah, support of the Cuban people you still have to use, man. You can you can spend many years flying out of Brazil and finding out. Yeah, you can. You definitely can. It's so many different places in Brazil and Colombia. Good question, Quincy. Thank you so much, Duolingo. Oh, yo, that Duolingo. I hope it's working for you, man. Like I said, I've been slacking on my Duolingo because I've been doing so much, but I hope it's working for you, Keenan. SpaceX is a few hours. Oh, it's a few hours. Yeah, I don't know about the few hours. I don't know about driving a few hours, man. Like when I go on trips, I don't mind driving like an hour, but after an hour is a little bit different. The longest I ever went on a trip outside of where I was staying was when I went to Dubai. When I went to Dubai, I ended up going to Abu Dhabi. Now, Abu Dhabi was like a 2-hour trip, but I wasn't driving. It was a 2-hour bus ride plus a 30-minute train ride plus a 15-minute walk. It was mad long, but it was worth it. But I wasn't driving. This I'm driving, so I don't do that. About 3 hours from I-95. Yeah, nah, that's gonna be a no for me, fellas. That's gonna be a no for me. Oh man, I've been seeing mad people on YouTube talking about Ukraine, man. Ukraine is a wave, bro. I'm thinking Ukraine is a wave. I shout out to Passport Heavy. Yeah, Passport Heavy. I seen Passport Heavy, Jabril. I seen him go to Ukraine for a second, but then I also seen Master Teacher. Shout out to Master Teacher. I watch him too. I'm just shouting out YouTube people. I don't like saying YouTubers. YouTube people that I watch. Shout out to Master Teacher too. I seen him go to Ukraine. So now I'm really gonna start looking. It's a lot of places that I want to look into now because I watch other YouTubers. I'm like, all right, well, they have their perspective. I'm gonna have a whole different perspective because if you see my videos, you know that my whole perspective and the way I travel is different from a lot of other people. So you can expect not a better, not a worse thing. It's just different. So yeah, Ukraine might be something I have to check out. Muhammad, what up, bro? What up, bro? Thanks for showing up, man. Like I said, I'm getting ready to end this live soon. I'm over an hour. I'm way over an hour. No, I'm over an hour. But we're gonna try to put this together. Where are you going in July, bro? The last 2 weeks, that's dope. I'm taking the last week off of July, and as of now, my intentions are to go to Colombia. But if I can't go to Colombia because of the situation, I'm going to go to Cuba. If I can't go to Cuba because of the situation, I'm going to go to Mexico, and I know Mexico is going to be open. So Mexico is like the last resort because I've been to Mexico already, but I haven't been to Quinta Roo, and it's still a good time. So Colombia, Cuba, Mexico. I really don't know about taking that trip to Spain because of the fact that trip to Spain is going to cost me some money, and I want to secure the next property I'm going to buy in Montclair before I really go and spend like anything more than $3,000 on the trip. If I got to spend more than $3,000 on a trip, because I got to do trips right. I'm not for nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not one of them travelers that go and they party on the budget. That's not me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. I'm not going to go and try to survive off of $50 or $30 a day. No, I'm going to go to the events. I'm going to spend a lot of money. So if I'm going to Spain, I'm spending between $3,000 and $5,000. I mean, I'm still going to try to get the cheapest price for everything, but I'm spending between $3,000 and $5,000. So I need to. If I can't drop $5,000 right now when I'm trying to buy a house, so Spain gonna have to hold up. But like I said, the 3 places: Colombia first choice, Cuba second choice, Mexico final choice. Thanks, Sydney. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in, man. I think we at the end of the questions. Yes, we're at the end of the questions. I say yes. I appreciate you guys being here, but yo, bruh, I'm hungry, and all you can hear my voice. I'm so thirsty. Plus, I gotta put this mask back on. So Anna Suarez, what's going on? Would it make sense to buy a property if you're only going to be there once a year? Would it make sense to buy an apartment in Colombia if you're only going to go once a year? You will be cheaper doing an Airbnb. That's the thing. Here's the thing. Colombia is part of my retirement plan. I plan on retiring in Colombia for 5 months out of every year. I plan on living in the States for 7 months because I got a property I can live in the States without paying any rent. I plan on living in the States for 7 months, and I plan on living in Colombia for 5 months. Now, when it's cold in the States, that's when I plan on living in Colombia. Now, the months that I'm not there, I plan on using it as an Airbnb. Now, I don't have to, because with all of the cleaning, with all of the management, because I got somebody to manage it already, with all of the taxes and homeowners association, everything comes up to the maximum $2,000 a year. And that's in Barranquilla and Cartagena. Cartagena is a little bit more. It's like $2,500 a year for all of my stuff that I'm telling you about. U.S. $2,500 a year U.S. So the whole thing is, right now, because of coronavirus, all of the prices are falling. So when I plan on really buying, if I get the place in Montclair within this year, then by February I plan on buying that apartment in Colombia. There's a bird in here. Oh man, it's a bird in here. In February I plan on buying a house in Colombia, and I'll be able to buy it between 10 and 20% lower than what the price is. The price will never be this low again. Once the economy gets better, once the world gets a better place, the price will never be as low to buy in Medellin or Cartagena or Barranquilla as it will be in February, March, and April. Because by that time, everything will kick in. People will really be struggling, and the governments will meet up with the economy. So that's why I plan on buying a property now, because holding it for $2,000 a year or $2,500 a year is not going to hurt me. And all it is I'm just locking in like $60,000 or $55,000 in a place, between 55 and 60 when I plan on spending at the max. So I'm just locking in $60,000 in a place that I can go to. So the next time, because there will be more times. I don't know if you know, but there will be more pandemics. There will be more times, and the government knows now that they can lock people down and people won't revolt. The government was probably testing us because they thought maybe people would revolt from being like trapped in their house, not being able to do nothing, and everything shut down. But they see now that people just get mad and don't do nothing. Of course, there's going to be some extra outliners like myself and like you guys and like the people that's in this airport right now that's going to rebel and go and still travel no matter what and just find a way. But the majority of Americans, they let fear control their freedom. They let fear control whether or not they feel safe or going somewhere, or they let fear take away their rights. But so I want to be prepared for the next time. That's the thing. Smart people, I always say this in my thing. Smart people learn from their mistakes or from things that happen. Smarter people learn from the mistakes of others. Then the first time you got me, shame on me. The second time you get me for the next pandemic and you want to lock stuff down again, the first time you get me, shame on you. The second time you get me, shame on me. So the next pandemic, if I'm not ready, then it's shame on me, and there ain't gonna be no shame on me. So that's why it makes sense to me, just to me, to purchase a property while everything is going real far down, because nobody is going traveling in, because the nightlife is not going to be as the same, and people are not going to make the most money, so they're going to be willing to sell for a cheaper price. That's why it makes more sense to buy now. That's what I'm going to do with an apartment for West Coast Africa country, stay a few months to go back to the East Coast. That's what's up, man. I mean, like, anywhere you feel comfortable is dope. For me, Africa and Asia was dope, and I could live a lot wealthier looking and feeling like that. It's just that I don't want to live that far away from the United States. I only want to be I said in my last life, I only want to be 6 to 7 hours away from the United States, just in case of emergency. I want to have a place I can stay in these states, and I want to have a place I can stay outside of the states. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Anderson Suarez. But I don't know if it's going to take a whole year for it to crash, to be honest. I think it's going to crash in February. I think February. The reason why I say February exactly is because in February, if they opening up stuff now, right? By the time they said in July they stopped giving that $600 extra for unemployment, and then I think unemployment numbers will settle around like 20%, and that's going to be. And by the time it settles, it's going to be like January, and I think that's when everybody's going to be like, all right, it's a new year. Let me get this off because I think everything is going down, and I think that's the time. Do you think it's harder to pick up honeys now? No, I think it's easier. The reason why I think it's easier is because I know poverty. Like I said, I was born in New Jersey. My mother in and out of mental institutions. I love her to death. She's probably like, the main thing in my life, but she hasn't always been like able to be there at all times. I ain't had no father. I live with my grandparents. I live with my grandparents sometimes, and like one time maybe I was a little bit homeless, but like more than one time. But I know poverty, and I know how poverty reacts. I said all that to tell you that I know how poverty reacts. I know how people react to poverty, and I know the benefits of it. And even though it's a bad thing, it's the benefits of it. If your country is already not in poverty, but not in a little bit of poverty, and then this happens, you got to understand poverty opens your inhibitions to do anything. And I'm not even talking about money. They might just want to be with you because you got it, not because you're giving it, but because you got it. And they know if they with you, if you get pregnant, they got one. They don't have to worry about nothing. So it's gonna be a lot easier. Yes, it's definitely a buyer's market now, but it's gonna be more of a buyer's market in my opinion. Well, not in the States. In the States, I don't know what's going on because all the people from New York, shout out to New York, but all the people from New York are moving to New Jersey and they're moving to Montclair, and it's messing me up because I was supposed to be getting a price lower in Montclair because of the situation because I'm still able to apply, but we're gonna work that out. Mr. International, what's going on, man? How money you got saved to start buying properties? How money you got saved? Okay, so I'm guessing you're saying how did I save money to start buying properties? Well, when I was like I said, at one point I was homeless, and that's when I say I was homeless, I don't mean I was living on the street. Let's correct this. When I say I was homeless, I mean my grandparents had kicked me out, and my other grandmother didn't want me to stay there either. So I just stayed with friends for a little bit, and I was like 17 at the time. So it wasn't until like a couple months later where they thought I was staying with each other, but I just couldn't stay with either one. So a couple months later, I went back to my grandmother's house. A couple months later, I went back to my grandfather's house, rest his soul, and then I stayed with him so I could finish high school. I finished high school in East Orange, New Jersey, and then I turned 18. I got my own place, because I was able to work full time at FedEx. So when I started at 18 at FedEx, I put 10% of my money away for the first 2 years. I didn't put 10% away. For the next 14 years, I put 10% away of my money. Everything I made, I still went on my trips. I still did that. And rather than the way I was able to do that is because I had a roommate. Rather than trying to pay for a place on my own, even though I could afford it, I got a roommate. So everything I was saving 10% of my money. So then when I turned 32, my grandfather passed away. So when I turned 32, I decided to take all the money that I had saved, the 10% I saved. Mind you, for the last 15 years, the stock market has been crazy. Made hella money, hella bread over it. So I ended up having more in my 401k because my company matched it. I ended up having more in my 401k than the average 60-year-old had in my 401k. And I was only 32. So I took that money because I realized I could borrow it. I took half of that money and I went and bought a house with that money for my 401k. But I bought an income producing property in which I could live in. And I had friends that wanted it. I had a friend that wanted to rent out the basement. So my friend renting out the basement, me staying on the first floor, and me renting out the second floor, I was able to save, like basically only have to pay $100 a month. No, matter of fact, I was basically able to live for free, and I was making a little bit of money. Then I moved out. When I moved out, and I let my daughter's mother stay there, and they still pay rent, but I let them stay there and pay less rent than what the rent was costing. I then had an abundance of money, and I was getting in. So that's when I bought my second property. And what I did with my second property is I had a car that I paid $16,000 cash for because, like I said, I was saving money because I had a roommate, and on top of that, it was a point where it was like 2008 where I didn't pay rent for 2 years because the foreclosure market and the person who house I was living in, they foreclose, and when you live in a foreclosed property, you don't pay any rent because the bank doesn't collect rent. So I was able to save like $10,000. So between that and having a roommate the other time, I was able to save $16,000. I bought me a Honda, and then for the second house, I refinanced my Honda through my job, and I was able to get that $19,000 back out. So I was able to take that money and go buy a second property, and that's the property I have now. Like that property, if you've seen my video that's in my intro, that explains everything that I had to go through with that property to get to where I'm at. So that's how I got my first property, and that's how I got my second property, and how I saved the money. It took me, anybody can do it in 10 years. Maybe with the stock market won't be as great, but if you put 10% away for 10 years, regardless if the stock market stays the same, or even if it goes down a little bit, 10 years, you can take the money, borrow the money out, and you can go buy another property. You can buy your first property. And then let's say you're 30 right now, by 40, you can be financially free. I don't really do the whole buying currency thing, but I know that's a big come up, especially if you bought currency like in Brazil, like right now, it's 5 to 1 or 5.3 to 1. It's not usually that high. It's dope. Colombia at one point, like last week, it was like, or last month, it was like four to when the oil dropped, whatever it was like 4.3 to every 4,300 Colombian pesos to every dollar. And I know people like Carlton Travels. Shout out to Carlton Travels. He's from Jersey too. And Explorado. There's a couple other people that was buying currency and just putting it in their bank because and then now it went back down like 3.8. So yeah. Go eat, homie. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm getting ready to. Yo, shout out to the 71 people in the room, man. If you haven't hit the like button, I mean, that's it. How much money? Okay. So yeah, you want to save to start buying property, like depending on where you live. Like I live in New Jersey, so the property is a hella more expensive. I know you down in Atlanta, so the property is not as expensive. So I would say if you could save about $10,000 to maybe $20,000, you'll be set. In Jersey, I had to save about $30,000 to really be able to move. But yeah, you can say in Atlanta, if you can save about $10,000 to $20,000, you can go get a loan. You can get a house. That simple. And you gotta have credit. Your credit gotta be good because right now they doing a lot of stuff. But it gotta be credit has to be at least a 680. They say 700, but to get your first house, if you're gonna live there, because you want to live there for 1 year before you rent it out, you gotta pay so you have a 680 credit score and at least $20,000. Every idiot that exchanged dollars to foreign currency right now is taking a huge bath. This is why I told them you can't go into Forex market instead of against the dollar. Yeah, the Forex market, I don't really know too much about that, but in the Forex market, yeah, they taking a wash right now because the dollar just went down a lot in comparison to it was. But if you actually went and bought physical currency in these last month, you would have got the currency. You got more currency for less money, and then the currency would then be worth more now that the American dollar went down. Your currency will be worth more. So if you bought physical currency and you're going to use it within a short period of time, it'll make sense. But the Forex market, yeah, definitely. All right, everybody. I thank y'all for coming to the live, man. Like I said, I just wanted to went quite a lot over. I just wanted to show you guys the process of me checking in the airport and all this stuff as I go to my trip to Miami. I really need to get to my Airbnb host and call them up and see what's going on, because when I get down there, I got my Jeep. First thing I got to do, get a shape up, get some real food probably, and then I got to really like either find a new Airbnb or talk to the Airbnb again to see what's going on. But thanks for everybody. Yeah, definitely buy a duplex. But thanks for everybody coming in. What's going on? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Check out the channel, and I'll see you when I touch down in Miami. Peace.